26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey.
And he stopped immediately there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Once more with Harvey.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
On 3rd down, Harvey.
And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
On the sneak, it's Nix.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
First down, Denver.
Nix going to give to Harvey.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
R.J. Harvey. That's his 19th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Broncos put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead.
What's good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their 35-yard line.
Set, go.
They'll start on the ground, ETN.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle. You look at this Bronco defense.
And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run-after action. But nothing doing on that one.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
3rd and 3. They'll run with ETN.
A pickup for 5 that time with a first down.
The Chargers at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And they were able to tough it out last week, a close one-score game. And those are the kind of wins that pull you together as a team because everyone gains confidence and they feel like they can continue to get better.
Here's Herbert.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 38-yard line.
10 yards.
It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Back to the ground with ETN.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, ETN once more.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
Let's go.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And this is caught. He's got a touchdown. Len McConkey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Chargers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brad. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on the 17-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
5 yards on the play.
7-7, our score after 1. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Down to the 10.
And all the way home for the Broncos score. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7.
14. Chargers 7.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Herbert. He sets to fire deep. Man, it's caught inside the 10. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5.
At the 7-yard line.
They'll run with Etienne. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. One more time with Etienne. And a short pickup there down about the 9. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to third and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now Herbert, third and goal. Now he'll tuck this and run. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Third and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
For the field goal, a 27-yard attempt.
And this one is right through.
Good.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on fourth and goal anyway, but the sack on third down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And a great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. On the counter, Etienne. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this is going to be intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the... There he goes, left side! And all the way home for a Broncos score. R.J. Harvey, halfway to 100.
100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Broncos 21, Chargers 10. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
Off the name, first of all, you ain't rap long enough. You ain't strong enough. So whatever it is, they got you thinking that you Superman. I got the kryptonite. Somebody, the mic, that's characters, not even good actors. What's gonna be the outcome? Let's add up all the factors. You whack, you twisted, your girl's a hoe. You broke, kid ain't yours, and everybody know your own man say you stupid. You be like, so, I love my baby mama.
The Charger drive about to get going. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN.
And he's got it across midfield and into the territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Out of the gun, Herbert is going to let this go for the end zone.
And this will be caught in the end zone for the Chargers touchdown.
With his 2nd touchdown here this first half. And the Chargers are back within a score. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive, as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the 30.
Up the middle, it's Harvey.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Nix to the air. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
First down, Broncos.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
Harvey now on 1st and 10. A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
To throw, here's Nix.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Running it back on the heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. They'd have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Throwing Nix. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
The offenses are always trying to get smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back, because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in the game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
Nix from the shotgun.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. But a great play there in the final seconds of the 1st half.
And the Broncos will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Looks good on the extra point.
17.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
To kick off for the Broncos.
So time it up for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this 1st half.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Let's go. Set. Home. 380. Run. Hey, go lion. Hey, ram.
The final shot before the break for Herbert. He's going to throw one up for the end zone.
And this is caught inside the 5.
And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
The Chargers going to get the football first here in this 2nd half, and they trail as we get back underway. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Charger drive about to get going. This offense, Charles, had a strong 1st half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the 1st half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
380. Hey, easy. Go.
Herbert now. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Brad McCarthy, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chargers have got it back to within a score.
It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
Extra point try now from Dicker.
And the lead is down to 4.
Makes the score Broncos 48, Chargers 24.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this one.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try to make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
Gain of 9 yards. First down, Denver.
They run straight ahead with Harvey.
And able to steer clear of that first tackler as he works his way forward for about 4.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
A handoff. Here's Harvey.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
R.J. Harvey.
His 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Broncos are able to add on to that lead.
Lutz with the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Chargers 24.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Going quickly there, but it's incomplete.
complete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Let's go.
Now it's Herbert. He's going to try and go deep again. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Broncos will take over here at their own 12-yard line. So with the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second
On the give, it's Harvey.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Tackle made at the 20.
Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
On the sneak, it's Nix. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
First down, Broncos.
On the handoff, Harvey.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1.
Again, it's Harvey. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. He may go.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Touchdown, Denver.
R.J. Harvey.
68 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
You talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together. This has got to be right up there. His 4th touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here with me. We are watching this, and we're watching such a performance that is demoralizing for anyone on defense. You know, it starts out coaches screaming, tackle him, get him. And after that last touchdown, I bet it's pure silence on that side of the ball.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Here's Herbert. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play.
It's a gain of 7.
And it's 2nd down.
2nd and 3.
A shotgun snap for Herbert.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Harvey. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
He was brought down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to get to the 31 enough for the first down.
The tackle made by Bobby Okereke. A 5-yard gain on the play.
A run here with Harvey. And able to use his blockers to get this all over the field. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
It's 2nd and inches.
On the ground, Harvey. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
And it brings up 3rd down.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Trying to run for it. Here's Harvey. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
It's a gain of 3. First down, Denver.
Once more with Harvey. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 9 from the 44. Nick's going to give to Harvey. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Now it's Nix. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Charger drive about to get going. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They'll get this off to ETN. A little juke. Down the left sideline. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Travis Etienne, 51 yards. And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Dicker now to tack on the extra point. And that one
one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
Makes the score Broncos 42, Chargers 31. Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Take over first and 10. At their own 24-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
They had a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride the offense this go-around. That one looks like he'll throw here. Trying to lay one up deep. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Henderson running straight ahead. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll run with Harvey.
And he'll be taken down here about the 11. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
To throw is Nix. Setting up a screen for Harvey.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from my face compressor. Ground control with a soul like Chloe, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Here's Nix.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
Marvin Mims.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Broncos are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead.
And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2.
The Broncos.
They'll try and throw for it.
Nick's going to keep this himself.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
Chargers 31. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch. Over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of putting things up, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, They were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Let's go.
From the 40 now on second down. Herbert. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
5-9.
From the gun on third down. Herbert. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, CD, this is the ideal situation, the fourth quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock, with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful, they've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now Harvey, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get it behind the line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter play. Of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Working out of the gun is Nix. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they have it in the red zone before he crosses over the base. Continuing to keep their foot on the gas, and it looks like they're just having fun out there. They're loose, they're free, and they're enjoying what the scoreboard looks like.
I'd have to say I agree with you totally. They're having a blast out there all game long when they throw the football. They're picking up nice chunks of real estate, significant yardage on just about every throw that they make. And there's another one there, and they continue to have that fun that you just talked about.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Broncos, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.